I want to keep working our way through our list of riddles from the Bhagavatam. And I've debated whether I should keep reading the whole list every night or if I should just pick the one that we're going to talk about tonight. I'm going to keep reading the whole list because they're always good to have these in mind. And every now and then when you're sitting on the subway or riding a bicycle or hanging out in the park, you can kind of just ruminate on them. I have found that as I think about each one of them more and more, I actually get more and more lessons out of it. There's some very interesting associations that come up in the mind. And so our riddle, starting from the beginning, goes like this. Do you know the end of the field? Without knowing the end of the field, all austerities are fruitless. There is a kingdom where reigns the one and only king. There is a well from whence there is no return. There is a woman who assumes many forms. There is one who is the husband of the woman. There is a river which flows in opposite directions. There is a house which is built of 25 kinds of material. There is a bird which has great discrimination and which twitters beautiful songs. There is an object which is in perpetual motion. When you understand what these are, you will know the truth and become free. So today we're going to talk about this well. What does he say? There is a well from whence there is no return. And so what is a well for? Well, a well is for drinking water. It's for staying alive. We have a greater dependence on water than we have on food. And a well, is dug for this sustenance, and it has to be dug deeply to get to the pure water. And it has to be done in one place, and it is immovable. You can't move a well to a different place. You can dig another well, but you can't move it. And the sage here, Narada, when he comes back to tell us what he means with these riddles, he says the following. God, the light of all lights, is the well, and after finding him, we are born no more. So that's the non-return. The fact that once we understand our nature, once we understand this existence, once we understand what the reality is behind the movie screen, when we actually discover that there's a white screen upon which all of this is projected, then we know our nature and we know of this one without a second. And we merge into that grand reality, the ultimate reality, that Satchitananda, that bliss, existence, knowledge, absolute, the unchanging. And it's a merging of complete contentment, where we lay down our ego, which convinced us that we were in need and that we were hungry and that we were thirsty. It was the planter box that gave birth to lust and to greed and to all of the manners of misery that we've undertaken in this life. And when we find this knowledge, when we come to this knowing of what is all of this, when we begin to realize that we are the dreamer and not the dreamed, there is no more return to this. Not that we're not allowed to. It's that now we know the truth and this evaporates. It's like knowing the nature of the movie, that it's unreal, and you come out of the hypnosis of the storyline and of what's happening in the movie, and you realize it was just a movie.